What are we doing here? Dan here. Under the lift, DD Speed Shop. You want to just ignore this? Not talk about it at all?
Ignore what?
I'm so happy. Bought myself a early birthday present.
Another one.
Another birthday present? I know I bought
but we just bought a blower.
You know what? This is actually, here's a piece of car guy advice. I remember.
No,
Are we done already?
No, I have to fix this. Okay.
So I remember. You got to clap again?
No, we're just gonna keep going.
Anyways. So we're listening to Alan Jackson. No. I remember when I was a kid, or a younger individual, and you look at someone that has a bunch of really cool stuff, like a bunch of the same things, or whatever, like a bunch of cars or whatever, and you're like, how does this guy have 4 55 Chevys and I have none? And I have since learned that you just buy the first one, almost, I mean, I don't say any cost, but just get the first one, and then people know you like them, and then they're like, oh, my friend's brother's uncle had one, or I'm thinking about selling mine, or whatever it is, and you get it. So I bought that first little blower. We'll talk superchargers here. As a supercharger aficionado that I am now. So the first one, Newburn's like, hey, do you want this blower? And I mean, it was a deal, but it wasn't like, oh my God. I think it was $1,500 American I paid for it. And it was in Georgia. We do not live in Georgia. So as we drove down, we got it. We paid him $1,500, which is, basically $2,000 Canadian, and then we had to bring it back and pay tax on it and all that sort of stuff. So I mean, whatever, it was what it was. I don't know what these things were retailing for. They're probably like $3,000 or $4,000 maybe. So we were into it for half price, 2/3 price, something like that. But anyways, I got it. And then this other, the big blower, I don't know if we showed that one. I got a 671 for a big block Chevrolet.
I think you posted it on Facebook, but those videos aren't coming out till like August.
So, okay, there's another blower on the bench there, which is friggin' sweet. It's a brand new old stock YN 671. Never been run, still has like the factory paper on it. All the gaskets, everything. The belt's like dry rotted because it's been like sitting around for 15 years plus or ever. The intake manifold's like a racy one, so it doesn't have a provision for water neck. So there's ways to do it, or I just need to buy an intake manifold for, I don't even know what I'm putting it on, so.
I don't know what you're putting this in.
Anyways, my buddy Josh, he made a trade deal that kind of came in there. He's like, look, I just need the cash. Here's what I think I basically traded for value in it. Will you buy it? Yes, so I was done. Because he's like, oh, you like Supercharger? Okay, great. And then this one, the neighbor down the road's like, oh, I saw you had a blower motor in that, the Nomad, because I have this exact same setup. And he's like, I'm changing up my setup, and I don't want this anymore. You want it? Go down there. Next thing you know, we straight up deal, had the cash the next day.
Paid yesterday, picked it up today.
I went, yesterday after work, I went and looked at it. He goes, okay. I said, well, do you want a deposit when you pull this out? He's like, well, I'm starting right now. Hood's off, he says, I might as well go. I'll have it in 6 hours. So came back, gave him the cashola, and then saw him this morning. He's like, yep, she's ready to go. So we went and got the truck, and by noon today, so 4 o'clock yesterday, went and looked at it, heard it run in the car, like the whole deal. And today, at whatever it is now, noon or 1 o'clock, it's right here. I mean.
And he had this in like a cool hot rod.
Yeah, I think it's a 30, I don't remember, I think it's a 34 two-door coupe fiberglass kind of deal to get a custom TCI
like
chassis.
Banana yellow.
It's like it's darker than that. The guy who was building it, I think, literally wanted to recreate. When he said it, maybe I'll look it up here. It's like the cover of the TCI, like poster almost. It
reminds me of just like Bonnie and Clyde car.
Kind of like that.
Or like Cruella de Vil almost.
TCI.
It was very cool.
Cars.
And he drives it all over, so he drives it to Arizona.
This is literally that TCI.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
literally their logo, which has that car.
Ah,
so if you look up total cost involved, the logo, that is exactly the car that.
But he rips that thing.
He bought it from another. He puts a pile of miles on it.
Like it goes, so they drive it from Canada to Arizona, and then that's their only car in Arizona. So that's what they take for groceries and for everything, and then they drive it to BC. Like they are all over in that thing, which is just the coolest thing to see is people that are just driving the heck out of their hot rods.
He tows it to where he goes. He says once he's there, that's what they use. And I mean, he says he puts like 5,000 miles on a year on it. It's awesome. So anyways, he's changing it to a different setup that'll have air conditioning and a few more creature comforts. And this is now ours.
I feel like this story is another point in the proving our neighbors don't hate us column.
Well, he seemed like a nice guy. I did hear it run, but it might chuck a rod in the first 30 seconds. It's an all elaborate ploy. Who knows? I have the utmost confidence. No,
he was playing the long game.
Actually, we were late to start the podcast because we were BSing with a couple of neighbors across the way there. Oh, I should have shut that door. But anyways, so yeah, no, the neighbors like us. But now we have, I'm in a weird position.
I can just turn the air conditioning off from my phone. I'm doing everything from my phone. I'm controlling the GoPro from my phone. I'll turn the air conditioning. That's what I do all the time. Don't you wonder why whenever you ask me to change it, I never get up?
And
then it changes? No, I use my phone and I turn it off.
How about that? That's awesome. So anyway, back to...
it's 2025.
It did shut off. That's amazing.
Because I turned it off.
Oh, we must be rich. I didn't even know we had that.
Well, that was the people that used to live here. They had this house set up for all this fancy stuff that we never used.
Because they were gone all the time, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, so back to the, if you want something, you gotta maybe buy the first one. And I've heard it before. I mean, Newbern, exactly happened to him. He bought his first 55 or 57, whatever it was, and it was like so junky. But then, you know, you have it, it gets out there, and then he bought the green car and then sold the other one because it was so much better. And then now look at him, he's had all
sorts of
sorts
it just keeps happening, right? Like that's
well, and that's how I'm like, I got the blue Nomad. I had the black one, and then the parts guy at Piston Ring sends me a link on, like, I wasn't friendly with him, but we're not friends. I don't have his phone number or nothing. He looked me up on Facebook and says, hey, check this out, because he saw it and passed it along to me. I never would have checked like the Dr. Hook towing auction in a million years for a Nomad. But because I had one and he knew and all this and that, he's like, oh, there you go. So that's, and now I'm sure, well, now this thing has now caused this.
Yeah.
Because that's motors in it. So now that I have this'll.
It's a very strange trickle down economics happening here.
All I know is the budget will balance itself.
Okay.
But there you go.
And I'm gonna have to delete comments after that.
It's working. The budget's fine.
The budget is the budget. Non-existent, apparently.
If you're not testing out the overdraft every now and again, just make sure it still works.
We pay the $15 a month for a reason to have overdraft, so.
That's why you have it, yeah. So there you have it. If you're looking for something or whatever, you think, oh, how's this guy getting that, or how's that guy getting this, or whatever. How's he have, 4 Camaros or whatever? Well, at one point he only had one. And that's where you got to start. So
but you have to just start.
You have to just start. Eventually they kind of know that. And even now, like I'm at, like the Lordco or whatever, it's taken me, 8 months or 10 months, but now they know who I am and what I do, and I'm always working on cars, and you just have that little, relationship, and just kind of be friendly. And here, a lot's happened just in the summer. Now all the cars are out. Is a rabbit. Everybody around sees, and people drive by or whatever it is. This guy's clearly broken in the head and likes cars, so he probably needs more when they come by and visit and whatnot. So that's that. We've been working non-stop. Well, I have.
So we're leaving tomorrow, but by the time you guys watch this, we'll be on our way home.
Hopefully.
Yes, because this one is a week out. It's not as next day as usual.
Well, actually, I want to double check those U-bolts too. I got to torque them.
Oh. But so we're going to Deuce Days, or we're coming home from Deuce Days now. Hopefully we had a great time, and it was great to meet everybody we met.
And the car made it, there's no stress, and everything went all good. I'm at the point now with this thing, is I keep messing with it. So in the past, we've done Power Tour and, a couple of Power Tours and stuff like that.
And Cruising the Coast.
Cruising the Coast and whatever else we do. And I always felt like it was like the night before, I'm putting like the last bolt in the car going, oh, I hope this is good. And then we set out and it was fine. And in this case, I feel like I had too much time. Because I kept like, the car's fine, and I keep, I better take it apart and do this. I better do this. And then you're just,
you could forever pick.
I don't want to feel like I'm creating problems. But I'm just like even now I was thinking, I'm like, well, is the exhaust good? Is it going to rattle? Like, who cares?
Eventually you do just have to go.
I just need to go.
You just have to.
I could go right now. I'm overthinking. I changed the front wheels. Like, well, if we had some rain, it'd probably be nice to have those instead of the friggin' race things or whatever. And it's just like, get over it, man. Toss the toolbox in the back, fill it with fuel, and let her rip. So, I don't know. But I do like these little road trips and stuff like that, because they do kind of force you to fix all like the fine-tuny stuff of the cars, which I typically just
the rattles and
deal with.
Yeah.
Or even like, I mean, right now, like the blue Nomad with the blower motor in it, it runs hot. Not hot, but it gets like 190, 195 and stuff sitting in traffic. So like, I don't really like that, but...
Even though it's fine till 210?
Yeah, that's someone else's opinion, but yes. So I mean, I drive to work because, like, 25-minute cruise to work in the highway, it's fine. Coming home is fine. We can take it to town, we can go for dinner, you can do those things, but I wouldn't be like, it's ready for power tour. Like, mechanically, nothing's going to happen with it. It's not going to be screwy, but I don't want to be sitting in traffic, foot on the brake for an hour.
Well, the bumper of power tour is something
in
else.
the 100-degree heat and all that. Versus this one, I put that rad in there. I mean, I had it sitting today, just in gear, put the parking brake on, walked away, and just lugging away.
And it was misleadingly hot today, actually.
Today was hot, yeah. So it's, that's the whole car show thing. So that one, it needs something. I need to figure out the coolant. Really what it needs is to spend a bunch of money on everything except for the radiator. It's got a cheap Amazon rad with a big fancy fan on it. Guarantee what I have to do, and I should do it this winter, is I should call Delta John and be like, build me a rad.
Delta John, what's the rad that I should put on?
It'll be a custom. I see that. But that's what I have to do. But I mean, I should get on it or whatever. But those are little things with a road trip. I think they kind of force you into things. And like this one, I did like inside. I kind of got figured out some a little bit of wiring and stuff with like a USB charger and all the little stuff that you just kind of don't do until all of a sudden, like, oh yeah, this would be handy if. Then I changed all the fluids one more time.
And the more road trips you go on, the more stuff that you realize you want to have in the car and you don't need to have. Like having the USB, absolutely. Having cup holders, also a thing that makes life easier. And then even just planning for packing and stuff, like, so the trunk ends up being full of spare parts and tools and stuff, but we still have merch and luggage and stuff to bring. So like, I feel like we're getting better at like quick in and outs of packing stuff because we want it to be easy. Because you know what, when this was a 4-door, it would have been way easier to pack and take stuff in and out.
4-doors are better cars, obviously.
But
well, the problem is too, and maybe it doesn't relate to everybody, but like our road trips are typically lots of miles.
Yes.
Like, I mean, and don't get me wrong, I understand a lot of people in the US and power tour, they put a pile of miles on to go to places, but for us, everything is a long haul.
Yes.
Like, we put on more than the power tour mileage. A lot of times we do 2 power tours to get to power tour.
Yeah.
Like, it's that many miles.
Well, and unlike the States, we don't have like small towns every like 100 miles.
I'm excited to see what BC is like, because in Manitoba and Saskatchewan, it is not.
Manitoba to Alberta, there's not a lot in between to stop at.
You're really, like, for parts stores and getting stuff figured out, you are.
Even for fuel and stuff.
Yeah, you're few and far between, and definitely, yeah, you gotta make sure you pick the right spots if you need premium fuel and all that. Oh, in Alberta, it seems like it's a lot better. The smaller towns are definitely quite a bit closer. Like, when we're down in the States, and it's like,
you could like throw coins and every coin would hit a small town.
Yeah, well, like if you're driving an hour without hitting like a town that'll have.
Except in the Dakotas.
Well, the Dakotas is, I think, like Canada South or we're America North or whatever, but there's definitely not much in the Dakotas when you're ripping through there. But I'm talking in the southern states. Like half hour, 45 minutes, and you're into some town that'll have an O'Reilly's and a gas station and a Zaxby's and like all the things you really need, a Harbor Freight or then a Dollar General and all that sort of stuff. Whereas here, some small towns, you literally go through and there is no gas, no hotel.
The sign just says no services.
Yeah. And it's on the main highway. And you're like,
well, we ran into that, one of the routes we took to Drumheller, or to Saskatchewan.
Yeah.
We ended up on this weird road. It was a very cool drive, but it was literally like from Alberta to Saskatchewan, no services. Like it was, how many kilometers?
Well, we could have got fuel and stuff within an hour of leaving.
Yeah.
But so obviously an hour of leaving the door, we didn't. But it was 4 hours.
But we also didn't know that was going to happen. Like, we didn't know there wasn't going to be no services.
Yeah, we never done that drive before. So Danny really had to
Oh
pee.
my gosh. Like, I'm pretty good. I feel like my bladder has been trained for the most part a lot better, but I've got about 2 hours usually in me of bladder control. That trip, it was 6 hours of
in my defense,
bladder control.
I held it at a solidarity too. I didn't just pull over and let it rip.
Okay, because you knew I was going to be mad. And I will, so that's the other thing I will say, call me bougie, call me whatever. I do not do porta potties. I do not do outhouses. I will hold it till explode.
But even that road,
there was none of that.
we hit that little, like it was, because you would, like if there was like those side rough not gas stations, but like the pull offs of the bathroom,
I've done it twice.
You'd have made it happen on this trip. But it was, there was nothing.
No.
It was unbelievable. For a certain point there, we were on a gravel road.
Yeah, that drive is beautiful though.
The shortcut was crazy.
The shortcut was super cool, but yes, it was a crazy gravel road.
We went through these little towns and they had no service, and then there was one that literally said, it was a small town. It did have a kind of a gas station-y thing, but it was pretty rough. And that was actually kind of early on, and it said right there, like, no service for a couple hundred miles.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is what we're doing. Which, again, I know there are stuff like that in the US for sure, but just typically on the power tour routes and the areas we've been, it's really, there's always a Love's or something.
Exactly, and like an American rest stop is so different than a Canadian rest stop.
They're very nice.
Oh, they're so beautiful.
They take them seriously for sure down there. It makes the well, that's what, like, the Great American Road Trip.
Yeah.
That's why I understand it. Like, and that's why we like traveling down there, is because it is very nice.
Well, which I'm excited about for our drive to BC, because we've never really done. I haven't gone
West Coast.
West Coast since I was a kid. But even going West Coast, I had to go skiing in Panorama in the winter when I was 12. So I haven't seen any of that. So I'm actually very excited for this drive.
Yeah. Hopefully the old hot rod does well.
Oh, it'll be just fine.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident.
I have zero worries.
Well, at this point now, if it lets go, it's stuff it was gonna happen. It was the transmission's time.
Yeah,
to let it go,
and then call a tow truck and whatever. Way she goes. I'm really excited to go on the ferry.
Oh yeah, we got a ferry to go.
Yeah. I've never done that, so I think that'll just be neat.
You know, the other thing is, I think, is the overthinking is because I can put this thing on the hoist
and so look at all the little things, yeah.
Versus when it's like, oof, put it on jack stands, I'm sure it's fine.
You know, that's a very good point, how like ease of access makes it much easier to see where you could make adjustments.
Darn you, wildfire lift.
Damn it, Brad.
Making me work harder. But yeah. No, it should be good. I'm excited for it. You know, it's got, we got some miles on this thing now. I think it's ready to go. I don't know how it'll be in the twisty part of the mountains, but those guys are saying the neighbors saying, I guess the road's all been redone and it's a lot less.
Yeah, they're saying it's nice and whatever.
Crazy. So we'll try that out and kind of go from there. So we're gonna do this, and then we're basically packing up the car this evening to go for some dinner, and waking up early tomorrow so we can go enjoy the day. No, I'm excited to go hang out with JF and Teresa from Killer Customs. I keep thinking it's JF whatever. So
well, because the business is JF Customs, but the YouTube channel is Killer Customs.
Yeah, who would do that? A Frenchman. Jean-Francois. He likes to confuse us.
C'est bon.
Yeah.
No, I think this will be a very fun trip, and I'm very excited for it. But, so, speaking of road tripping and all that stuff, we met two very cool people this week. Tom and Harry. Oh. And just like how we were talking about our neighbor who's putting miles on his cars, Harry is 78 years old. 75. Him and his wife Rose, they are like, I feel like they are such a gold standard for like, build your car and drive it. What are you looking at?
What's the noise out there?
The wind is just blowing stuff. Is blowing your cardboard.
That guy.
Why was that so interesting to you?
I knew what it was. It was a bear or something.
Why? How would there be a bear here?
Anyway, so what happened was Tom came by. So he reached out. So we used to have our cars lettered by Joe in Manitoba.
We love you, Joe.
So anyways, we're now not in Manitoba. And as much as we love Joe, that's a long drive to get some lettering done. So Tom has Shop Truck Signs. So I think that was the name of it on Instagram. I'm terrible with names. But anyways, he sends me a message, says, hey, now, you're in Calgary, I'm in Calgary, watch your stuff, I'd love to, paint your stuff, as like, I pay him. So yeah, cool, let's do it. Talk back and forth a little bit, and I guess the car's lettered now, so you can see it there. So I wanted the thing lettered, so I sent him a message back and forth, here's what I want, this style with this on it, ba-bam, yep, no problem, comes out, does this thing, great. Well, as it turns out, he's a fantastic guy.
Such a nice guy.
Like, just exactly what you want in a fellow car guy.
Yeah.
Super friendly, just wants everyone to do well. He paints super fancy cars, and he also does this.
He showed up in a beautiful Mercury truck.
Yeah, he had an old Merc truck that had like modern like cop car power and stuff in it, and they're like, he gets it, and he understands it, he understands the fun part of it, and this is what you do, and all that, blah, blah, blah. So anyways, we're BSing around. Well, as you would assume, the pinstriper, sign painter, whatever you want to call, car guy, knows a lot of fellow car people in the Calgary and surrounding area. So we're going to lean on him a little bit to get some introductions, because I am struggling meeting car people, and I was telling him that because in Manitoba, I mean, it took, 20 years of being in the hot rods, but if you needed something, you could kind of always find someone that could make it happen, even if you have to like borrow it or replace it later or pay up, you could always get it.
Well, it's like what you were talking about before, like how we ended up with this blower,
yes,
is
same thing.
You know somebody who knows you'd want something, or vice versa.
Well, in Manitoba, like I had the reputation of, if you had 15x7 steel wheels, I'm buying them, Chevy bullpen. I don't care, I'll buy them. They used to be 25 bucks a wheel, and then now people want a wheel more here.
I wonder how Murray's doing these days.
He posted a set of, and same thing, dog dish caps. He just posted a set. I would have bought them, but I don't. So
usually you were Murray's first text was, I got these, do you want them, yes or no?
And I would just say yes. Like, didn't even matter if he had to pay up a little bit for them, I'd just get him out of it. So steel wheels, dog dish caps, 15x4 front runners, what else am I gonna say there? Valve covers, headers, bucket seats in any condition, good, terrible, doesn't matter. All these things that are kind of hard to reproduce economically. Like I said, a bucket seats is a fortune to buy, and not that they're like, we have those ones, I think those Scat Pro Car or whatever they are deals in here, which are nice.
Those ones we got from Speedway?
Those are Speedway, yeah. And they are nice, but they're not, how do I word this? Like, they're not like a factory original seat, like they're clearly an aftermarket one. So, which is great for that car, but let's say you have something that's a little more original or something like that, you don't want to run these big bolstered seats. You kind of
a look.
You need something out of a mid-60s Chevy, like Impala or whatever, you can have recovered, like, a Tri-5 Chevy, I think deserves that style of seat, because that's what nostalgia. So I always had that, where I would just, basically they knew they would drop them off and I'd pay them when I pay them. Well, I don't have that here. And it's a struggle. And I mean, now I'm competing with all the other people on Marketplace. And again, all stuff like this, the good stuff, I think, the best stuff, the cream of the crop, it trades like, not collection to collection, and maybe not the right word for it.
Who you know.
Collector to collector.
Yeah.
As opposed to, it goes up, because by the time and I'm sure Buddy, he gave me a deal on this, because he's no dummy too, he understands. You put this up on, Marketplace, everybody's going to come out, want to look at the car, what is it, does it run, ask all these stupid questions and this and that, versus I showed up, he fired up, gave it a couple of revs, had oil pressure, put my hand on it, didn't sound like it was rattling, I'll take it.
Well, in Marketplace lately, there's been this thing where people, like, after they buy an item, they continue to, like, message you.
Yeah, I've been experiencing that a little bit lately. It's been a little annoying. I don't want to be that, like, a bad person, but, like, quit calling me or quit messaging me or asking me questions about the item that you've bought. Like, it is what it is.
Like, it's a final sale, no returns, and you've tested it.
Yeah, it was like we were selling off a bunch of stuff in Manitoba. So that's the other thing. People from Manitoba are messaging me now that we're in, Calgary. Well, what about this? And how does this work? And I'm like, okay, that's not how it works. Like, it's used, it is what it is, and carry on. And like this thing, I 100% trust the guy. But I mean, if it yards the whatever, drops a valve tomorrow.
Away she went.
Away she goes. It is what it is. You have to kind of, when you're buying stuff.
If you want to make sure that doesn't happen, then you buy from the store.
Well,
get the receipt, get the warranty.
So I have roughly the same motor in that Nomad for significantly more money, but John Cecil put it together. And that one, if it lets go, hey, what do we do here? And there's more people involved and whatever it may be, versus this, I'm the warranty. We'll do an oil change to it and send it to the red line and see what happens.
But, so, sorry, away from our Facebook Marketplace tangent, back to Harry and Rose.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot about those guys.
So Tom, then after he finished painting, was just like, oh, you've got to meet these people. They're not too far from you. So we politely invited ourselves over.
He did it, but yes.
He did, yes.
So we go over, and he's a Model T guy, but like original Model T guy. And so he's, mid-70s, and I guess so is Rose. And the first one he showed us was this, it started off as like a body and a frame. They put like this all wood body on it. And I think it was this weekend they're doing some.
They're doing a tour, like a cruise, all like through Drumheller and around there in this, like, it looks.
1922.
Imagine what they would pick you up from the train station back in the day is basically what it was.
Yeah.
So like from the 20s, and it's wood paneled and like beautiful car, like so gorgeous, but they're putting real miles on it. It's not just a parade car. Like they are currently right now driving it down, the number 9.
And he says it does 55 miles an hour, 50 mile an hour, like no problem. So he had that.
And Rose is actually driving it. She drives all of them now.
And then they had like these, it's like a Mr. Burns style cars, what they are. Like the one where, I don't know them well enough, but it was a Model T. And it was, I guess, like an early 20s, and it was like literally like you'd sit side by side in like a love seat almost type thing, and the windshield was literally just like it was just a circle, like a circle in front of just the driver.
Yeah, it was beautiful, white with like lovely pinstriping that Tom had done.
So it was like poof, like it was like the first automobile kind of vibe. So they had that, and then he had this cool it was like a boat tail speedster thing, and it was a 4-cylinder flathead deal, but it had some sort of a racy head, and he says there's only 3 of these heads ever built, and it was an overhead valve for the flathead type thing, and it was not oil lubricated, so you have to take it all apart and manually lubricate and grease the entire cylinder head. So he's like, yeah, it takes me about half hour, 45 minutes to start the car. And then it can run for 50 or 60 miles. And
that's the one he races.
It was a race car meant to be on like a velodrome or something like that. Like a plywood, like
right, yes.
In the 20s. And it would go 110 or 120 miles an hour. We might have a neighbor stop by. The tow man. And we're back.
We don't remember what we were talking about.
Am I even blocking your face there? No, yeah, see, neighbors are nice. Stop by, you take the minute, you talk to them for a little bit and carry on with life.
Well, we just enjoy getting to know everybody.
Not everybody.
I don't think we've met one neighbor that we are like unhappy with. They're all pretty amazing. We don't remember what we were talking about.
Time passes.
Oh, we were talking about Harry and Rose and their cars.
Yeah, so anyways, they have these early Model Ts and all that, and just phenomenal stuff. And actually had like a really nice, like 94, I think it was, Chevy crew cab dually 454 with a camper thing in it, and it's just like pristine, like perfect. So that was pretty cool. And then he also had a 36 Cord.
I've never seen that before.
I've never seen one in real life. He said, I don't know very well, but it was the year before Supercharger. I guess they got in maybe 36, they got Supercharged and it's 35 or vice versa or something like that. But what a beauty of a car. So nice. He gave us this big, long, crazy story about it. It was owned by a guy and he got killed. The car killed him. Got rear-ended, he was standing in front of it or something. The hubcap was coming off?
The hubcap was coming off, and so he was walking around the car to change it, and somebody rear-ended him and then put him into a wall or a tree, so he got pinned between his car and whatever.
That I hate, but like, I hate working on stuff on the side of the road, and people seem like they're so complacent with it. I think people forget that car driving by is going,
well, we've talked about this before, where like, if you see someone is on the side of the road, change lanes.
Change lanes, and you know what?
Change lanes, slow down.
I've got it, like, if you get a flat tire or whatever, I get it, and you want to patch it and this and that, but I'll drive on that rim until I can pull off into whatever. I don't care if the tire's chewed right up, because, you know,
your tire, whatever.
Maybe you wasted a few $100s or whatever it is, and it's a bit of a hassle, and you could have got away with just a patch or who knows what. Yeah, you get hit by a car, and it's like rubbernecker. People, are drawn to it.
Ooh, that's the one we saw earlier. We've been seeing hot rods like coming and going all day today. It's been awesome. It's like our own little car show just from our front lawn.
Yeah, there's a lot of cars coming and going.
It's been great.
So yeah. So they were great people.
And they just get out and they drive their cars. They're so active, like
7 years old, still going out there enjoying it, meeting up with other people, doing their thing. They had they're driving these Model Ts and stuff, and they have rain slickers and this and that, because they know they're prepared for the weather.
Yeah.
We're gonna drive this thing. If it goes sideways, it goes sideways, and that's the end of it.
They just had such a great attitude.
That was Tom, who was showing us around. And I guess there's a couple other people. Justin's got, he had this Highwood hot rods and stuff like that. And all these people who, I don't know, just be interesting to get introduced to that and kind of hopefully fast track my way into getting deals. I'm making friends. But I mean, so many things are like that, right? And I've always been that way myself, though. If I have something and I don't need it or whatever it is, I've always been sell it, carry on. But it's kind of like this two-way street where it's like, hey, I'll give the first part away, but then I just want to make sure I can call you down the road if I need something or you have something you're not using. I want first dibs.
Car guy karma.
I am a big believer in car guy karma. I try and I be fair. Like when this guy, he said, here's what I want for it. I said, great. I went and got the cash. I paid him. I didn't haggle. It was just whatever. And that's the thing. Like the first deal, that's not where you hammer the guy. And actually, that being said, I pay what you want, we go to load it up. He's like, oh, I got a gear drive. You want a gear? Just have it, just for free. And it's just, now that you've got that through, I feel like it's a test sometimes too. Is this guy serious? Is he actually gonna come up with the money? Did I say I'll be there at noon? I'm there at noon, and all those sorts of things. And then once you do that, you're like, oh, okay, this guy isn't just wasting my time, because there's so many time wasters out there. Don't be a time waster, please. Please, for everybody's sake, don't be a time waster.
Well, and I mean, it's just like, even though it's just a blower or just a motor, you still just always want it to go to the right people.
Well, I mean, for him, it's gonna go dish down the block, and it'll be in some sort of car, and it'll be kind of cool, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of neat. We can open these things?
Yeah, so we got some packages in the mail. I don't know what they were, but they did for some reason remind me of that time when we were opening packages that were sent to us in Manitoba, and it was drugs. Somebody sent us drugs in the mail. It was crazy.
Which is weird because A, we don't do drugs.
Yeah.
I assume we don't give the impression that we do drugs. I don't even drink. But anyways, someone had sent that. I thought that was...
The best part is we opened it and I didn't even know what it was.
Yeah, who's sending us parsley?
So who's this from? Did it say?
Oh, yeah.
And you can show our address because it's just the P.O. box.
Thomas Walsh from Evergreen, Arizona.
Oh, Thomas. Oh, what is it?
I don't even want to open it.
Okay. Oh, I thought there was a note back here, but it's just priority mail. Whoa! Whoa! Greetings from Arizona. Thank you for keeping us entertained. We thought you both might enjoy this album. Hope you don't already have it in your collection. Tom and Julie. Tom and Julie, did you guys see that I got a new record player for all my records?
What the records are. What is
so we have The Who.
The Guess Who. The Guess Who.
That's awesome.
Not The Who.
Sorry, The Guess Who. I thought they were the same band. Are they not the same? Are The Who and The Guess Who different?
Danielle.
Nobody can see your face of shame when you're...
The Guess Who are from Manitoba.
But that's what I mean. They're not The Who? The Who is different than Guess Who? I thought they were the same.
Holy moly. Look at it. This is a 57 Chevy
This
with
is awesome.
Manitoba license plates on it.
This is super cool. They sent us two so we can keep this one in the packaging.
Oh, I can staple this one right to the roof or right to the wall.
This is really cool. I'm excited to listen to this later.
One-man army.
Amazing.
Man, a nice girl. Yeah.
This is very cool. Thank you, Tom and Julie. That is really sweet of you.
Look how badass they look on the thing. This is, I love it because this
cool.
This is such a just, let's park a 57 Chevy in someone's backyard in Manitoba and take a picture. And it's an album cover.
You're not wrong. I bet we can figure out what street that is pretty easily. Yeah, look at that.
Oh, what's this one? Why is this one so heavy?
Yeah, I know. I had to carry that myself to and from the car.
What, the butler couldn't do it? Oh, this must be Trucker Bob here.
Trucker Bob! Oh, yeah, we would know those microfiber cloths anywhere.
I assume. I don't want to, oh yeah, that's what it is. I don't want to jump to conclusions. Is there a
note? He doesn't usually leave a note.
Maybe it's deep in, but it treasures.
And you know what's actually funny about this? Trucker Bob always somehow knows when we're about to go on a road trip, and he sends us always the stuff that's perfect for it.
I always appreciate that. But
what kind of stuff is in there?
Princess Auto, I mean, connectors, fuses. Actually, fuses will go right in there. Oh, snap rings. I needed some of these just the other day for your stupid car, and I didn't have one. Actually, rags, that's all I needed. Some rags, heat shrink, all sorts of good stuff. So we'll go through the whole dealio. Ooh, maybe I'll bring it. Actually, I needed gasket, but you know, zip seal all. Actually, this is going right in the thing, and we actually need a little pan because somebody won't stop leaking. This transmission, I've had it apart 3 times, so this will be. We'll park that right under.
Right under it.
And then I'll dump it in the flowers when I'm done.
Aw, thanks, Trucker Bob.
We assume. Oh yeah, it says in there, Trucker Bob.
Oh, there you go.
You can tell by the opening there.
I feel like his signature move is the microfiber towels on top all the time. That's like his calling card.
He knows. Toss it with it. We'll polish this thing up there.
Yeah.
Really. So I guess that's kind of where we're gonna leave it. We're just kind of doing a bit of a short.
We had another topic to talk about, but we are out of time.
What is it?
Well, we were going to talk about the AI thing, but we're out of time now. That's a bigger conversation. So
we're done?
Yeah, I think we are done.
Well, we got between now all the BSing with the neighbors and stuff we got to get a few things done, got a good dinner in us.
I have gophers to relocate still.
Oh yeah, we have to rehome some gophers out back. And then really it's time to start packing the car. We're pretty much ready to go. I was going to give this thing one final nut and bolt check because on the lift I can't help myself. I need to stop touching it and just start driving. But I did actually. I drove this thing on Friday to work, and I put I went out of town a little bit. I put 130, 140 miles on it, there and back, half tank fuel. So that's good. I think we should be okay. We're gonna have to plan our route a little bit, see where we're gonna go, kind of have a little bit of fun. Unfortunately, it's supposed to be kind of rainy and crappy tomorrow.
Oh, is it really?
Well, in the afternoon.
Well, you know what they say about Calgary. If you don't like the weather, wait 15 minutes and it'll change.
So, the only problem we're gonna have though, I guess we should this is where we should actually confer with Murr, because he's all about watching the weather and stuff.
Yes.
But is the weather coming from the west? Like, are we driving into it?
Oh.
Or are we driving away from it?
Well,
people are just really
what's
hot
doing
on
that?
Mercedes.
It's a Mercedes.
But, yeah, so we're gonna have to do that. But I think I got the right tires on it. I got a spare in it. We got the jack. I want to go through everything. And then...
Well, if we took the lower highway, like that number 3, would the weather be the same as going through the mountains there?
Believe it or not, I'm not a meteorologist. Also, I don't think it matters what highway we take going west, there's mountains.
Is there?
Yeah. I actually am pretty sure those mountains even cross the U.S. border.
So speaking of topography, I recently discovered that the Okanagan was not in California, and the Okanagan actually was in Canada.
You didn't know Ogopogo was Canadian?
Ogopogo, what's that?
A sea monster in the Okanagan.
What?
What did you learn in high school? Ogopogo.
What's an Ogopogo?
Ogopogo.
Well, I can't because my phone's doing this. I don't want to mess it up. Is it like the Loch Ness Monster?
It's our version of it.
What is an Ogopogo in the Okanagan?
Ogopogo monster. In Canadian folklore, the Ogopogo is a lake monster said to inhabit Okanagan Lake in British Columbia, Canada. I think it was just a bunch of tires strapped together. But still, it's real.
Huh.
Let me show you a picture of it.
Yeah, let me see it.
Well, I don't know if I can find a real picture or not. It might be a little...
Well, I don't think there's any real pictures of it. Myself.
Ogopogo. You've seen Ogopogo.
I've never seen this in my life.
Wow. I don't feel bad for you.
I had no idea this was a thing. The search for Ogopogo. This sacred creature of the Okanagan waters. Wow. But yeah, no, I didn't know the Okanagan was in Canada.
Remember that time we had 3 Superchargers? We're really big time in it.
What do you even want to put this in?
I was thinking a car.
What car, though?
So here's, okay.
We're not doing it tonight, and we're not putting it in the 55.
No. So had this deal come up a week ago, it would be in this. It would be in this, and then today we'd be changing the transmission because I'd have exploded it by now. But anyways, what I'm thinking, I've been talking with Speedway Joe about that Model A a bunch. And actually, so we actually just put an order in for all the Nova stuff.
Yeah.
But I just saw on the news today that August 1st is a 30% tariff coming. Mm-hmm. So I was thinking originally about maybe getting into the Model A for the fall, but we might be further ahead just to put I gotta look at the rules, but if you make the order beforehand, can you avoid, because 30% is
a lot.
It's no small number. So kind of go on the credit card, but order all the parts from the Model A. I'm actually hoping, in this weekend, Deuce Days, I'm going to take a bunch of pictures. So I was talking to...
actually, this is probably the perfect place for you to go to get some knowledge.
Well, thanks, Danielle. So I was talking to Joe, and I said, okay, I'm going to take a bunch of pictures. And actually, he gave some really good advice. And what it was, Joe is, I don't know what his role is at Speedway.
But you guys see Joe all the time on the Speedway social media.
He does TikToks and stuff. Anyways, so
he's very knowledgeable.
He went to Power Tour. We ended up kind of being fast friends, and he's really into like Model A's and like pre-war stuff and all that. And like, he's got, I think like the perfect, I don't know, taste or like view of things. Like he really likes traditional stuff, but he also understands, because I was telling him, I was like, okay, here's what I want. I want it to be like, I want disc brakes. And I want, probably 4-link and this and that. And he's like, you know what, you can get away with all those things, but I also want it to be traditional, which that's not really the case. But he's like, so much of it is people can kind of overlook like putting disc brakes on and running like normal wheels and like, a 4-link suspension versus like a spring and all, like a leaf spring sideways to what they would do. But he's like, if it sits right and it has the right look, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like they can overlook a lot of things. It's when it's like jacked up or the wheel well's not centered in the body and stuff like that, then people are like, that's when they start picking it apart. Because then it almost looks kit car-y. Mm-hmm. Like, sometimes you look at a Cobra and you're like, ooh, that's a kit car.
Yeah.
I realized mine was a kit car and all that stuff, but I spent a lot of time looking at them as to what one looks less kit car-y. Mm-hmm. And you can really kit car a Model A as far as I'm concerned. Anyways. And what his advice was, he says, take a bunch of pictures of just what you like, and then go back and look at these, and you'll realize that there's a certain trend that you don't even realize that all those cars have as to why you like it. So he was talking about his car. He was like, he originally, like if someone's like, oh, put an aluminum firewall on, he's like, I don't like that. But all of a sudden he's looking back, he's like 4 or 5 pictures that he likes these cars, they all had aluminum firewalls. And then he was looking at these cars, and he ended up painting the wheels on his steel wheels white. He's like, I always hated white wheels. If someone's like, oh, paint the wheels white or body color, which I will say, I don't like body color wheels. I've always hated that. But for all I know, I'm going to take 5 pictures and be like, oh, I do like them. That was really good advice.
Wow.
So anyways, basically what he said was, do your thing, go do that. I've sent him a bunch of pictures already. We'll take some more pictures here, send it across. He'll be able to look at these things and be, okay, you want this, that, and the other, and we'll buy the stuff. So the Model A I have came with some 32 rails. I believe they're Speedway rails, boxed and pinched and all that. It has an axle and it has a bunch of things like that. But I'm like, you know what? I was looking online. The kits are so cheap. For like $1,000, they'll buy like a whole front end with like brakes and everything. And then like we could do like Chevy bolt pattern if I want. So any wheel on this would fit. which I don't want to run. And they also actually have stuff, because I have these Wi-Fi wheels, and they have the adapters that go from Chevy to Wi-Fi and all these things, so we can use a lot of nostalgic stuff. And I think his advice is really good. Like, make it look whatever. And I was telling him, like, a motor, so yeah, it'd be cool to have a flathead or a Hemi or a Y-block or whatever these guys do, but I want to drive the thing. And
enjoy it.
And, you know, it's one of those things where you can put all this kind of nostalgic stuff in there, but then are you going to put 3,000 miles on it, and then some weird distributor lets go, or you need a gasket, and it's just hard to find. I will say I'm not a huge fan of the billet valve covers, and everything is shiny. Neighbor down the road, he's a shiny guy. But you can paint anything you want. Like, we could paint these cylinder heads. The whole thing could be orange or whatever we want. You can kind of, I mean, just de-shiny the blower if you want. Put a set of old, you know, whatever, you know, old school valve covers, fin valve covers. Something actually Speedway sells a lot of nice fin ones. Behind the Nomad is actually have a T10 4-speed transmission I bought off John years ago. And then sitting right out there, I have that Ford 8-inch rear end, which I took out of that little Sebring. And that's been drilled for Chevy axles as well. So I literally have the drive line for that. We have the body, we have the frame. So now all I gotta do is get like some sort, I don't even say universal, but they have 4-link kits for Model A's. They have the front whole everything. So fortunately, I just spent the $1,800 on the Nova, so I was kind of hoping to get like another couple of paychecks in before I probably spend another.
Here's the thing. This is why we both have a credit card.
Well, hopefully people are buying shirts today.
Oh yeah, speaking of which, ddsspeedshop.ca.
I meant out in the whatever, because I'm just taking the cash and I'm going to get right to Joe. But so that's what I'm kind of thinking. We have all this stuff now, and I mean, you know, I have in my head what I want the car to look like.
Yeah.
And I wasn't going to start building it till it was a fall car. That, the Chevelle, and the 57 hardtop are going to be like fall-winter projects, because they're all big projects. They're full-blown builds. And there's no point in starting something right now today, because you'd never have it out this summer.
No.
Like now it's just...
Well, and now, kind of right now is the time to enjoy what we have.
Exactly.
So why would we waste the nice days?
And do whatever. So we have this, we have the Nomad's 99% done, your little Chevy 2 is good. I got the Nova out there. The Monte Carlo I got to get finished up. It's plated, ready to go. And your truck. We've been driving that actually a bunch lately. So we have enough stuff to enjoy. What?
We're done. 20 minutes later.
Model A's are important, and I don't know.
I'm not saying they're not.
I don't know anything about Model A's.
Yeah.
Like, and actually, you know, Joe was really nice too. He's like, because I'm talking to him, he's like, I think you know more than you think you know. I'm like, mechanically I understand things, but I've just never built one. The last thing I want to do is, like I said, put it all together, and then the thing sits real high or goofy, or the wheel wells aren't centered or whatever. Well,
I think you're going to have to learn just to be gentle with yourself too, that it is a learning curve. But you're also very good. If you don't know something, you will reach out to somebody who does know.
I also know if I build it and I'm sitting back and it looks goofy, I will rip it apart.
Yeah.
I'll rebuild it. I don't care what happens. I don't care how much it costs.
If it's not how you want it to look, you will change it into what you want. Case in point.
Despite what the internet says. Okay, we're done?
Sure.
Thanks for watching, people.
Thank you for watching.
We hope we saw a bunch of you guys out on the tour. Hopefully we made the trip no problem and you didn't just beep the horn as we were broken down on the highway. I have the utmost confidence in this thing, but I always have confidence in everything. So we'll load some spare parts in it. And
it's our anniversary this week.
Is it really?
When the video comes out, the 21st. So then tomorrow, according to this video, will be our anniversary.
Well, happy anniversary.
Oh, happy anniversary.
I didn't get you nothing. Hey, do you want some billet valve covers?
Oh my gosh, I would love some billet valve covers.
Actually, I sent a picture and John wants them.
Damn it, John.
Let's fight in for him. All right, we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.
Bye.